I'm not having any music except for my intro and extra music. We're going to make this as quick and as painless as possible. I like to thank all of those who tune in. And of course, as usual, I want to start off by giving love to those things that show me love and things that I love. So first, I want to send shouts out to Oxywater, of course. You know, check them out at www.tryoxywater.com. Also, I want to send out shouts to Orange 82, who provided me with my music. Hopefully this mic is picking up because I'm seeing the bars are kind of low, and I got this noise in the background, so I'm going to speak up a little bit louder so I can make sure that you hear me. Next, I want to send out shouts to Orange 82, electronic music label. You can reach them at www.orange82.com. I also want to send out shouts to where I'm at. I'm chilling over here at the Shi-Sha Lounge at 2369 North High Street. Some of y'all that's catching the show that might want to come out and chill with me, I'm going to be here for a couple of minutes. So come on out. You know, you might be able to throw something on the something on the topics that I'm going to cover. It's going to be a short and sweet show tonight. You know, my energy is kind of low, but I'm feeling good. You know, I'm blessed to be able to get up on this mic and do this show. I've been doing this show maybe I got over 100 episodes. So feel free to mingle through my archives and grab some of the old shows. Also check out my other shows on Spreaker as well. I have On Mile 3, which is becoming one of my most popular shows. I also have Folktale for Grown Folks. So, you know, come on out. And if you can't come out, at least check out some of my other stuff. Let me know the hits. I want to see some hits. I also want to see some of your comments. You know, people complain about the background noise, but I say those people that really want to listen, you know, who's going to hear me regardless of what's going on behind me, because they're going to focus on me. And science has shown that human beings are better at focusing when there's a lot of things going on around us, because that's what we came out of. Now, a lot of us, we like to sit down in silence, but when you really want to focus on something, you can hear people. When you're at the bar and you try to shoot at somebody, you know what I'm saying, shoot that game at somebody, you are able to block out all the other noises around you and hear them. So I want you to use that same part of your mind when you're listening to me, because that means that you're paying attention. I also want to send out shots to Unidad de Capoeira under Monitor Dentista. The main chapter right now is in Cleveland. I was trying to get it down here, but Brother Dentista decided that he wanted to go back to Cleveland. Well, actually, he needs to go back to Cleveland because that's the biggest chapter, and he needs to make sure that's going on. I want to make sure Capoeira is alive, so I'm in support of Capoeira wherever it's at. So I want to send out shots to Unidad members in Cleveland, Columbus, Dayton, Toledo, Chicago, and Decatur, Madison, Alabama. I also want to send out shots to New Harvest Arts Complex, where the culture lives, the consciousness is. And if you ever in Columbus, stop by there, give a quote or adapt. Let them know that you support of some of the things they're doing, because they're doing some amazing things over there. He's demonstrating that you can accomplish anything you want with enough desire and principles. Now, you don't have to agree with Kwojo, but you must celebrate what he has been able to accomplish with almost nothing over there at New Harvest Cafe. Stop in there, get a secret level fish boat, you know what I'm saying? Let them know that you support him. Hell, help him on some of the gardens, you know, because they harvesting right about now, and he's gonna need all the help he could get. So get on out there and help build up New Harvest Cafe. Even if you don't buy no food, drop some donations, because the brother's doing good work, and we should always support those that are trying to do things rather than just sitting around talking and dreaming about it. Also, I want to send shouts out to myself. Check out my website, www.giamijourney.com. I know I haven't posted on my blog in a while because I've been focusing on these podcasts. So get on there and check out my podcast, because I update those constantly. Because it's better for me to talk sometimes than it is just to write. I'm also working on another book. I'm going to talk about that a little bit as we go in. But before we jump into the topic of the day, one of the things that I wanted to do was to start sharing some stuff from some of my books. So I'm going to go from my book, and it's not out yet. You know, it's called The Warrior's Handbook for Life's Journey, the Giami Method. Now, I put this book together because I wanted to have a structured process with documentation so that anybody anywhere could pick it up and start developing the tribe, start developing a process through which you teach people or you help people find out about who they really are. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's all about self-mastery. You can't master nothing else around you if you're not striving to master yourself. And this means putting in the work. This means paying your dues, in a sense, to you, to yourself, reaching that higher self by whatever method you choose, by whatever path you choose. And make sure that you have a process for those. So for those individuals who don't have a process, you know, I developed something that you can use, you can copy, I don't care. Put your own brand on it, use whatever you can, throw away what you can. My piece is, I believe that it's important for those that know to get out and do. So one of the things I do in the spirit of my brother Kwojo is, I might not be able to get a building, but I sure can put down some words on some pages. I got enough blogs. I'm able to pull from my blogs. I'm able to pull different ideas from different places and combine them to come up with books. So I'm working on books. And if you would like, please come on out and support me. Go to www.giamijourney.com. And if you look on my screen, you see advertisements for my books. By all means, feel free to support me. I won't be mad at you. Believe that. All right, now. So let's go into the Warrior's Handbook, and I'm on, this is page 35, and it talks about how to use myths, legends, and stories in self-mastery. In this chapter, we will learn how to use myths, legends, and stories to improve our lives, and the lives of all those who enter the tribe after us. I can't stress enough the importance of this part of the journey. Be a warrior or nation builder training. Stories act as software that shape our lives, and more importantly, they shape the culture of the people that use them. First, I will give you a format to look at the stories. Then we will look at the most important story of all time as well. Some stories and some stories from the tribe as well. This worksheet lays the foundation for you to look at stories that will be presented to you during your time in the tribe. Sidebar, I provide a worksheet in the book so that you can use this method for yourself. Use it to help you extract the wisdom in the story that is there for you. In every story, there's a little bit of wisdom that may just be there waiting for you to unwrap it. That's sidebar. It's important to remember that good stories, myths, and legends are layered. You often hear me say this. What I mean by this is that stories have many interpretations and multiple lessons for the reader, but we can only pick up the lessons we are ready for. That is why it is good to review stories periodically so that you may learn something new, as well as engage your own growth. Now, here we go, and I'm done. The first story that should be looked at is the most important story. The idea of the most important story came about when I was having a training session with some youth. They helped me, and now I will pass this knowledge to you. They identified their own life story as the most important. Now that I have shared that with you, your life story should be the first one that you analyze. Take some time and develop a timeline for your life and fill in the story. The next set of worksheets will help you look at your own story, and I got some more worksheets in here for you. So, when you get a chance, check that out. I like to make the books short, quick, simple. You can pick them up, pull out the tools, and get busy, all right? Now, on to the next one. Now, on the way over here, I was thinking about jail. Not that I'm planning on going. I'm not planning on going, so don't worry about that. Now, this is my thought about jail. The question popped up in my head: how do you stop poor folks, especially black folks, from going to jail? And I thought about school. Now, I know some of you are wondering, how can I think about school and jail in the same thought? Well, school and jail are very similar. And I was thinking, my kids are fighting to get out of school. A lot of the kids don't want to be there. They upset that they got to be set up in there. And it's sort of like a prison, because if they escape, you got people like myself who will track them down and bring them back to the school. I got kids trying to escape every day. You know what I'm saying? I got kids that's not being compliant every day. And it's a lot like prison. So I thought about this. I said, prison is uncomfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. At least in America, it's supposed to be uncomfortable. That's the thought. We take individuals, we isolate them away from society, and we try to rehabilitate them. Now, what if we focus more on the rehabilitation part? Since it appears that a majority of the people don't like school, and if you wanted to punish them, why not make them go to school and jail? Now, I'm not talking about how they doing it right now. I'm talking about turn the prison experience into a true college experience, a true schooling experience. That would chase people away from jail. People would just start living a correct life because they don't want to have to go to school jail. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. When a person goes up and gets sentenced, if they got anything from 9 months to 2 years, they must go to the prison and achieve an associate's degree before they release. So the sentence would be something like this: life in jail or an associate's degree. Your choice. Alright? Somebody go to jail for 4 years or more. Bachelor's degree or life. So, somebody go to jail for 10 years, master's degree or PhD with a dissertation or life. When they go to school, we make them, rather than just giving them three square meals a day and a cot, we're going to give them 3 square meals, a cot, and forced education. That if they want to be free, they will have to go to school and educate themselves within those prison walls. We can provide the computers and all that stuff because we pay more for the prison experience, so we might as well use that time to try to develop productive individuals in society. Now, an individual will graduate. Of course, they will have to go through their high school stuff so we could give them standardized testing in prison. And for those who didn't graduate from high school, until they pass the standardized test and are able to move on to college, we give them SATs, ACTs to make sure they can get in college, and they have to work on that till they pass it. Then we make them have to get associates, bachelors, masters, or PhD, depending on how much time that they are in there. Now, the majors will basically be the same majors that are available at any other college, especially where it would be limited to which professors would volunteer their time or come into the prison to run the classes or run the classes over online. Now, for those individuals who were resistant and said that they're just going to sit there, then cool, let them sit there. But it's going to be some who want to get out of prison. Now, this is why I say the forced education piece, because when you are forced to follow a certain person's curriculum, another person's outside yourself's curriculum, it forces you to be exposed to new and different information. If we want to change people's mind, we got to change the information that they are getting. So some professors, some teachers in the prisons would expose these individuals to different type of literature, to different type of philosophies, to different things going on around the world that will force some of these prisoners to open up their mind. Now, some will graduate. Some may stay in jail for the rest of their lives. Some will graduate and come out as productive members of society. And their work to get where they were will be proved because when they step out, they will have a degree of some sort, some type of education. Now, I know this, y'all like, well, prison is supposed to be punishment. Hell, school is punishment. Believe me, I spent over 20 years in school. School is punishment. Shit. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let's use that concept to produce some more thinkers. We need individuals that are able to work with computers. We need individuals, and I ain't just talking about the bullshit courses. I'm talking about helping individuals find out about themselves. Now, this is what I'm going to say. For those individuals who don't know what major to pick, we spend all this money on them anyway. Why not set up a battery of psychological tests to find out what this individual is strong in if they can't pick a major and help them pick a major. Now, from that, in order for them to graduate, for example, if they got 10 years, in order for them to graduate, they should be able to attain a master's degree with a dissertation or a PhD with a dissertation, which means they will have to do research, which means they will be exposed to different information, which means that this information may plant seeds within them that may force them to change, because one of the beauties of studying is that you run up against ideas that run counter to the ideas that you have been set with. Now, if I have to explore these ideas and be uncomfortable in exploring these ideas because they challenge me, in order for me to get out, I have to graduate with at least, check this out, with at least a 2.5. Now, if they're going for a PhD, we know the grade point average is going to have to be higher than that. So we force these individuals to educate themselves, to really be hungry to get their education so that they can get from behind them bars. Now, what happens to them when they come from behind the bars? Of course, we're going to change some laws because some of the majors that they might study might not allow them to be able to work using that major. So we would have to look at some of these institutions that are barring felons and barring some of the prisoners from getting a job. And on top of this, since business is about making money, what they want to do is find the best workers for the less money. Who better to work under those situations than somebody who has spent 10 years in prison? So, you want to stop motherfuckers from going to jail, especially black folks? Make prison like college. They will flee from that shit. They will get jobs. Trust me, alright? Last thing, because I'm about to get on up out of here. I'm putting out this idea. I want to do some shows. I want to do what's called a podcast theater. I'm writing some shows, and I'm quite sure other people writing shows. I want to do podcasts for those people that's interested where we would do stories over the air. I want to do like a theater type thing, movie type thing for those who can't afford to do their movies and stuff like that. Let's put it on podcast. This shit is free. So let's use this to get the message out, because I have some ideas and some short stories and some long stories that I want to put on the podcast. Also, I want to do study sessions. I'm looking for individuals that's interested in participating in study sessions and group trainings where we will broadcast them. I want to do it for adults and youth. So the stuff that's going on and some of the good conversations that I'm having, I want to be able to broadcast those. So I want y'all to be thinking about that. Some of you that are writers, some of you that have talent, some of you that will want to participate with that, y'all can reach me through my website, www.giannijourney.com, or hit me up on Spreaker, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Google, because this is my piece. This internet is a big thing, and I'm trying to take advantage of it so that I can go back to living a life of leisure. You know, y'all, for those that know me, I used to have the title International Man of Mystery and Leisure. Now there's no more mystery and there's very little leisure. So I'm trying to get back to the mysterious, where my money coming from, and the leisure, while I'm laying back on the beach somewhere, letting people podcast play. Also, I'm looking for DJs and independent artists who want their stuff played, because I'm trying to get enough material to have my station, because I have a station to broadcast 24 hours a day. Alright, so this is Brother High Tim. Oh, last thing, I just seen this thing called The Wake Up Show, and I posted it on my Facebook. I posted it on my Google Plus with CeeLo Green, and I want to send shouts out to Brother D, the Traveler, Brother D, for hitting me to this. CeeLo did a song called White Boys, White Boys Playing. That shit is dope. You have to check it out. CeeLo is one of the dopest MCs ever, but a lot of people just neglect him and don't even pay no attention to his skill. So, this has been Brother High Tim. Did a short show. Actually, it would have been longer if I put music in between. But I'm gonna go and chill, smoke me a cigarette, and finish drinking my coffee. Doing my weekend of decadence before I get back into my training program. For those of you that's trying to call me, you have to hit me up on my Google number, because my daughter, Miss Gigi, the world famous Gigi, poured alcohol on my, rubbing alcohol on my damn phone. And hopefully it'll dry out. I don't know what the hell going on. So I got to use my other phone. So I'm slumming on phones right now. So feel free to hit me up. This is Brother High Tim. Thank you for spending some time with me on FreeStyle Fridays. And those interested in helping me build up this station, hit me up. Of course, if I'm making money, you're going to make money. You know I'm generous. So with that, I say peace. And the millions won't, we can't take the medical bills.